than 200 infections have been confirmed there. Dr. Saturnino Javier is Medical Director at the Makati Medical Center just outside Manila, and he joins us now via Skype. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Good evening.
So the Filipino President Duterte is telling people they can only leave their home right now for essential items necessary for survival. So this lockdown is going to continue for a month. I'm wondering how hospitals are doing right now. Obviously, this is just the start of the outbreak there.
Well, the hospital workers are not covered by the lockdown, so we're free to move in and out of the area to get into our places of work. Most of the hospitals in Metro Manila somehow have established some degree of preparedness for this outbreak, but I don't think you can really be ready for something like this. We have tried to learn from our colleagues in South Korea, China, and even Italy in how they have prepared for this. From as way back as January of this year, we have tried to lay out our plans by way of our pandemic response teams and try to prepare ourselves what's ahead.
And I want to focus on what's ahead, because there certainly is a lot of concern about how hospitals will cope, especially considering that the Duterte government slashed the health budget, although has since added some funds to cover protective gear for health workers. What do you expect will happen if it gets worse there?
Well, it's been a joint response by most private organizations and many of the private hospitals. I come from a private hospital, but we try to extend our help to every sector of society, whether it's from government or non-government. And many of the private hospitals have joined hands to respond to this outbreak. Many of the cases, in fact, are being picked up not only in the government hospitals, but mostly by the private hospital facilities. So this is our way of coping and trying to extend a hand to the government in responding to this outbreak.
How is the hospital system going to cope with supplies in terms of ventilators, masks, etc.? Because I understand even for testing that China is now trying to send some supplies to the Philippines.
Well, that's really going to be a challenge, and fortunately right now we're still able to cope with the demand of these ventilators and everything. But worst case scenarios, we will just have to make do with what we have and try to coordinate with other hospital systems in the area to maximize utilization of facilities and equipment. We certainly hope that with these efforts of collaborating with every hospital in the area, we'll be able to respond as much as we can.
Given the president has outlined this 6 months of calamity, in your opinion, what is the worst case scenario?
The worst case scenario is that we'll have more cases of this, and I really hope we don't go the way that Italy did, and which is why many of the hospitals, like mine, will try to respond in like 3 to 5 steps ahead of what's going to be expected out of this. So we try to establish as much containment measures as we can, isolation measures, social distancing, and we try to stockpile on many of our materials and our equipment. But it can only go as far as we can cope with the numbers that come our way. Up to this point, the numbers are not yet that voluminous and horrendous as what they have in other countries, but we certainly hope that we can expect to respond in the best way possible if the worst case scenario comes.
So it's obviously great that hospitals are preparing for that worst case scenario. We were just seeing pictures of empty grocery store shelves in the Philippines. Clearly, non-essential work, schools are being shut down. Basically because it seems that the government decided that social distance was failing, right?
Well, yes, and which is why as early as 2 days ago, they tried to lock down. They called it enhanced quarantine, but basically it's a form of lockdown. Started with Metro Manila, they have now expanded it to the entire island of Luzon. So we hope that learning from how our foreign counterparts did it, this social distancing, will be a way to really contain this problem. Metro Manila is very populated, the entire country is populated, and we certainly cannot take any lapses by way of containing this in the metropolitan Manila area.
All right, Dr. Saturnino Javier, good to get you on the show to share that perspective from the Philippines. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.